Alrighty guys, Aztec here, bringing us another Dragon Ball Legends PvP video. So this is going to be the pre-recorded video that I told you guys about that I was going to do, right? The hours worth of footage of me grinding up to God rank. So once again, it's going to be a little bit of some post-commentary right here on my journey to rank, or to the top 50 basically. I ended up at rank like 79 at the end of the season, I do believe, but this is going to be the remaining matches, right? Because the video that I had initially uploaded was just my last 3 fights to break me into rank 70, and so this is going to be, we're basically taking a page out of Garesh's book and putting up an hour's worth of footage. But the only thing is I'm going to be commentating over every single match for you guys. Not necessarily as hype as I typically am, because that's in the heat of the moment, but it's still going to analyzing my plays and stuff like that. Right here on the screen, I know some of you guys in the last video wanted me to go ahead and show my equips, so I put a screenshot of them up here. Go ahead and pause as needed. My Zamasu equips, completely defensive, right? All defensive. You got the Plat equip, you have the other Zamasu equip right there that buffs pure blast defense, I do believe, and then Battle Sage is absolutely chef's kiss. Then on my hybrids, the other 2 units that I'm mainly using, the Trunks, the Sword of Cope, and the future Gohan, I have the Awakening hybrids equip on both of them, right? And those ones are pretty good. The Trunks equip, pretty good on both of them. I do believe that it's buffing HP to make him a little bit more beefier. I have another HP equip on the future Gohan, so he can sustain some more attacks. And then I have a pure strike damage equip on Trunks, because he's at lower stars, right? He's at 5 stars. So if I can't get the most out of him defensively, I want to try to go ahead and push his offenses a little bit higher as well, right? So that being said, let's go ahead and get right into the first match. All right, first match, we end up going against the Saiyans team. All right, so Saiyans, I'm not too terrified about, even though, and honestly, in some situations, I could bring in a purple, but for the most part, I don't. I keep just using this same setup right here. Alright, so he starts off with the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, which is to be expected, right? Because he wants me to start swapping out, like, at all times. He goes for a full screen strike right there, which is actually kind of risky. Sometimes it pays off, but a lot of times it doesn't. It's one of those really, really risky plays. He's going to go ahead and take away my ki with the Angel Vegeta, but that's okay, because Sword of Hope comes in with 30 ki, and I kind of just hope for bleeds every single time it comes in, right? I'm okay with taking this damage for now, right? At the very least, I want this unique gauge to charge up, right? The unique gauge, I think, is like super important to get it off not too late in the game, because if you do it too late in the game, it can be very troublesome. Go ahead, he drops the combo for his blue card, so I'm going to go ahead and be able to swap into the future Gohan. He immediately cover saves with the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and I was actually kind of surprised here. He's going to go ahead and just start a combo on me. Again, that's okay with me. We're going to go ahead and just do this. And I messed up right here. I miscalculated, because I thought I was going to have enough time to bring in the Sword of Hope Trunks before he was able to rush. So I was actually, I was so hurt right here. I thought this was already a loss. But you're going to see right here that basically this is why I built my Zamasu so defensively. Those equips really make a night and day difference. Look at this. We barely survived right here, and we're going to be able to start healing. You'll see the healing like towards the end of the match. So I'm going to go ahead and just pop this, take away his Vanish, because I want him to swap out, right? I want him to swap out right there, and so I can go ahead and swap out into my Sword of Hope Trunks, right? That's why I took away his Vanish in the first place. Might have been a little bit of a waste, but I definitely want him to get out of there, because I didn't want to give him any more switch buffs for his ultimate when that comes into play later on in the game, right? So I go ahead and go with this blast card. We're faced up against this blue boy. Okay. And a little bit of a just standing around right here. I pop this, and, you know, just to go ahead and up my gauge up a little bit here. We still have our Vanish, so I'm okay with this. We're chilling. And he goes for a tackle, actually, like, really, really benefiting me a lot. Right. He goes into Super Saiyan 3. Again, that's okay with me. And then I think I just go for a rush. Yeah, we just go for a rush right here. Getting someone out of the way, I think, is always just beneficial, right? Especially because all 3 of his characters are really good. I mean, I think the best one to get out of the way here in this situation was the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but all of his units are good. Right? Angel Vegeta is a good one to kill. The Blue Boys are a good one to kill, and Super Saiyan 3, obviously, he would be the best one to kill, but I just want to go ahead and reduce a Vanish from him. I think that's the most important takeaway, is I just want to reduce a Vanish. We hit a 996 right here. I was just, honestly too, I was absolutely on fire with my strike clashes today, which is normally not, it's not the norm. Normally not the norm. And so I was very happy that we were able to go ahead and clutch that out. So we got him down to 50% HP, but here comes the main ability, right? This is where I'm like, ah, damn, I'm dead. This is going to be a raw ultimate going on to future Gohan. He's probably going to be dead right here. And I'm pretty sure he does die. Yeah, so I'm like, damn, bro. Okay, so like now what am I gonna do now? So I'm kind of just chilling right here. We wait a little bit, and then I just go into Sword of Cope. I'm just like, screw it. Let me just go ahead and try to get as much of a combo as I can. He uses ultimate, right? He uses ultimate. We're going to go ahead and be able to go ahead and get our unique gauge. I drop the combo so I can extend it even further, and we're actually doing good damage here. Like, look at this. We're getting bleed too, and I'm like, screw it. Let me just get the ultimate off. Right? Like, what's going to be the harm in this? I'm going to get the ultimate off right here. He's bleeding. He no longer has his ultimate ability. He's not going to be able to heal from this, and I might be able to get him down in one shot right here. And honestly, I had really hoped that we were able to just kill him right there, but we weren't. We was just in tap range, but he's still one shot. I think that's the most important part, right? He is still one shot right here. So what is he? He swaps into this Goku. He gets his Vanish back, which is very frustrating, right? But I'm okay with it. We'll go ahead and pop his Vanish yet again, and I'm like, okay, kill me then. Just kill me. I have this blue card with your name on it. You have no more Vanish, right? I think that's the getting your opponent's Vanish out of the way in these kinds of situations before your unit dies. That's like that's just something you have to do. So I pop this blue. He tries to go for the rush, and I'm not having it. His second rush, which is understandable. I rushed twice a lot in these videos as well, right? So I'm okay with that. And then we were able to go ahead and clutch out the W right there. We also still had endurance with this Trunks. So even if that rush went through, we still would have had a chance. It would have been a lot lower of a chance, but we still would have had a chance for sure, right? And look at the RP we get. 12 RP. Alright, for the next one, going against Future. So Future is something that I see a lot as well. He has a lot of stars on that Rose. So I'm actually really scared about that. That's someone that I need to worry about because he can nullify my endurance. Alright, so let's see what he starts off. He starts off with a free-to-play Rose. And I was actually, I was honestly considering bringing him onto my team instead of the Green Goku Black. And I think I might do that just because I think one of the teams that I struggled with the most with this team was GT. And then after GT, it was PPR Hybrids. And PPR Hybrids, I think I would have really benefited from running 2 yellows on that team, right? 2 yellows and then Sword of Hope Trunks would have been a really nice combo for that. But anyways, that aside, going back right into this match right here, this Rose, man. If I let this Rose get his hands on me, it can be a very difficult situation. He's swapping into Trunks right here because he probably wanted to catch me in the cover change, but also, even if he didn't, he's charging up his gauge rate, right? I think that's very important. He's going to hit me with the blue card right here, but he's also charging my gauge. So I'm kind of like low-key okay with that. I really like this combo a lot because that's the Rose or the Zamasu Rose assist unit. He's going to be able to heal every time I swap out. And I'm going to go ahead and just go for a rush here. Again, this guy wasn't the best unit to rush, but getting your opponent down to 2 vanishes early on is just absolute. And I think this is a good opportunity to take just because of the fact that he is running endurance, right? So he's going to be playing around that fact. He wants to stop your rush. He wants to mitigate your rush by using his endurance units, or other teams might be using revival, multiple endurance units like I'm using. So getting your rush off on a unit that can't revive, that can't have the endurance, like I think it's pretty massive like in this meta, right? Or with a cover change and stuff like that, right? So I let him take this. And this might not have been the best choice to feature Gohan, right? Because he had type advantage over this guy, you might be thinking, but I'm like, he's already low HP. He's already extremely low. Like, I might as well just let him go, right? I don't want to give up Trunks because that ultimate, it makes a night and day difference. I go ahead. Oh, I don't even think I meant to tackle right there. But I'm just like, screw it. We're going to go ahead and eat this with the green unit. And honestly, I don't know how much we eat this for, but I feel like it was pretty good. Yeah, honestly, not bad, right? Like, look at this. For a green unit right here, like, honestly, I take those. And then I'm going to go ahead and just pop this. Get that blue card out of the way. We get another blue card in our hand. That blue card was kind of pointless, though. Right? I probably should have just started a combo there because the blue card, it takes away Dragon Balls. Guaranteed takes away Dragon Balls. And typically, I like to spam it. Specifically for units like him, right? But it's just he already uses rush. There's like, I don't even think I was able to break a Dragon Ball there. We pop another blue card right here though. His gauge is now up, so now I'm scared. His gauge is now up, so I'm actually terrified right here. But we're able to go ahead and catch him in the double sidestep, thank God. And I think we're able to get him out of here. Yeah, so Rose is now coming in. We still have our gauge too, so we're going to be able to take away his key if he does land a hit on me, and we're going to be able to heal up a little bit. So I'm okay with this. We nullify his endurance, go immediately for a card right here. And do think I stay in. I'm not too sure. Yeah, I stay in because I do get my gauge vac right here. I am building up some ki. Okay, and then we go for a clash. I think I win this? No, I don't. I definitely don't. Not with the 926, right? But once again, we have that gauge, right? Look at this. It's going to zap all of his ki. And so he's forced to charge right there, and then, you know, I just go ahead and go immediately. That's what I usually like to do, right? When I take away all of his ki, they usually stop in front of your face, and they're like, oh, damn, I have no more ki, and they don't know what to do. So I kind of just go immediately. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Right there, it could have gone really, really badly if he would have caught me in that first sidestep, but either way, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. We got 10 RP. 10 RP from that one right there. All right, for the next match, we got a God Ki with FSK, dude. I think it's so funny when people run this team. I think this team is really bad. I'm going to be straight up with you guys. FSK does not get his full value out of this team for sure. All right, so he starts off with so he brings in Vados, FSK, and then the Zamasu, which is understandable. I'm going to be able to get this first combo off right here. And a lot of the times in these matches, I think I've said this before already, is that I'm immediately trying to like farm up my Dragon Balls, right? That's priority number one right there, because none of his units have endurance. Like, I'm okay with rushing Vados even. Vados easily being probably not the best one to rush, but I'm okay with that. He catches me. He waits right here a lot, and he's doing a big boy amount of damage right here. But I'm like, okay, well, let me go ahead and just do my thing. Let me bring in Trunks, start building up my gauge. And then I go back into, Zamasu to go ahead and break his card. Zamasu is better than Vados. I'm going to be real honest with you guys. I think Zamasu is better than Vados. He is so damn tanky. We're going to take away his Vanish right here. He pops his blue, though. That's the only issue. That's so annoying with Vados, is that Vados, her blue nullifies other blues, basically. That's why you saw hers just, like, eat mine, essentially, right? I have my strike cards locked right here, so I'm kind of just bouncing around. Now I'm trying to like look for priority here. I end up swapping so I can go up and try to make a play, and it actually comes through for me, right? Like, look at the damage that we're doing right here. It's because we were taking some juicy hits, and we're going to be able to drop combo. I swap into Trunks right here. He's gonna swap into Vados, and I'm like, damn, I really, really, really wish I had a green card to go ahead and continue my combo, or if I really wish I would have just drop comboed, right? That would have been the best thing. So again, dancing at mid range right here. We're 2 Dragon Balls away, right? 2 Dragon Balls away. He goes for the tackle, so I'm like, okay, well, now I'm going to go ahead and just rush and get Vados out of here. Vados has type advantage over Trunks, and although Vados isn't the most hardest hitting unit, once she gets her full passive stacked up, where she's getting all of her damage buffs from swapping in and out so many times, like, the damage won't look terrible. Like, Vados can actually do some decent damage, especially, like I said before, my Trunks is only 5 stars, right? Trunks will be probably taking some good hits from her. So now we're dealing with FSK and Zamasu. FSK, I'm going to be real honest with you guys, I'm not worried about in this situation. I think Zamasu is more scary than FSK here. And he drops the combo. This guy's a good player, right? He drops the combo, he reads the situation. He's like, I know he has Yellow Gohan in the background, and he wants to break my cards, especially if I'm going for a blast. So if he does this, and look at the damage that he's doing against type disadvantage. And then Gohan comes back in here, he catches me with a straight blast. And I'm like, ooh, should I stay in? Like, where should I go here? I'm not too sure, because I don't want to get hit with his ultimate, right? Because the ultimate can still be very, very scary, right? And then I'm like, you know what? Let's go ahead and just pop this. Yeah, I figured he had a blue card, and we're like, I'm just like, let me destroy a Dragon Ball in the process. I catch him in the sidestep right here after swapping, right? So that was like a very specific timing, and that guy was going to go ahead and die. So he ends up just forfeiting overall. And, you know, we can go ahead and move on to the next. Let's see the RP gain, though. I want to see the RP gain, please. Or 16. Yeah, it's pretty abysmal. All right, for the next team, this is PPR. This is what I was talking about. PPR is so damn hard for me to fight, man. I really probably should just slap another yellow unit on here. All right, so PPR hybrids. He starts off with the Revival Gohan, so I start off with my Yellow Gohan, right, just because of the nature. He catches me right here, which kind of does suck. I'm not even going to lie. We go ahead and destroy a card right here, and then I think I go into my blue, just in case, but Goten does draw a blast card, right? He draws that blast card, which can be very annoying. I'm going to go ahead and just start building up my gauge as soon as possible. He goes for this. I wait for 2, and I'm able to go ahead and get this priority. And the damage that we're doing to this Zenkai 7 Goten is already pretty juicy, right? Like, look at this. It's pretty good, and we have a blue card right here as well, so I'm going to go ahead and pop that. I think FSK comes in. Yeah, FSK comes in, so I should have just used it with Trunks. Right, I wasn't timing that right. I should have been paying more attention there. Okay. Oh, and he did. This is why this guy's a good player, right? He actually waits for me to swap and sidestep at the same time. So I really couldn't do much about that right there. But we can go ahead and do this. I do believe we got our gauge up here, so I'm like, let me just go for a tackle. I did not expect it to connect, so I really butchered that right there. If I would have got that to connect, that would have been a lot better for me. And then I go for the strike. He goes for 2 stop times. He goes for 2 stop times right there, and I think my Trunks is dead right here, bro. Like, I was so heartbroken over this. All right, he doesn't die. I'm actually surprised he doesn't die, but still. It's still a lot of damage that I did not want to take right there, right? And then this guy's coming in, and he's doing FSK things, right? FSK on PPR is just absolutely disgusting, bro. Like, I don't know what to say. And then he catches me with he's catching me with these stop times. Like, I'm playing just absolutely awful. And at the same time, he's playing absolutely godlike, right? So, it do be like that sometimes. I don't give up, though. Like, I never give up in these situations. I'm, like, going to continue to fight for my all right here. Thankfully, Trunks was able to come back in, and he does have the endurance, so there's his rush out of the way. But I have no endurance unit to fall back on now. And I really, really, really need to just go ahead and heal. I need a heal. I need to start swapping Zamasu in and out. I need to start getting my own damage off, and I need my Dragon Balls, bro. So that's what I'm hoping to do right here, right? I kind of just get all this off, and I pop the main ability, and I think I just continue going for the strike cards here. Yeah, that way I can go ahead and just get his first life out of the way. Getting his first life out of the way right here, and because Trunks has a revival disruption. You can see right here, he only recovered half of his HP. So if I land one more combo on him, like just a full combo without him being able to swap out, I know I can kill him, right? So I think that's very important as well. And we'll go for a blast card right here. I go for tap attacks just to kind of play it safe. I should have probably played it more saucy there, but it's okay. It do be like that. And then we're going to go ahead and get all this damage off. I think we can kill... I don't know if we can kill Goten, but I think we sure do try. Let me see. Does this go through? Does it actually kill him right here? Please tell me it does. It does, dude. Honestly, like, I was pretty happy about that. And I think I do go for a rush right here. Yes. So we're starting to make the comeback. All right, we're starting to make the comeback right here. It's just a very dangerous situation, and I think I get guessed right here. I think I get guessed, and I honestly was so hurt about it, yeah. So I get guessed right here, and I'm like, oh, dude, I don't... And then he puts him immediately on the sidelines, right? He brings in the FSK, and so now I can't... it really just messed up my whole mojo, but I still have this main ability, so I'm going to go ahead and pop that, right? He's going to go ahead and tap attack some more. It's okay with me. And then we kind of just back up right here. I go immediately. It does not work out. And I'm like, okay, well, I think this guy just has to die. But he brings in this guy right here. So I'm like, screw that. Let me go ahead and bring in my Gohan. All right, I'll bring in my Gohan. And then he's going to go ahead and pop the ultimates. And I'm like, am I going to survive this? And I do. But I do survive this, and I keep making mistakes. I go immediately for this blue card. Because I don't know why. I was just like, I'll tap him after this. And I forgot that he already popped my endurance. Right? And then again, I go for the single taps, catch his sidestep, and I go immediately, but he goes immediately too, so I just go ahead and die. So now he's going to go ahead and be able to get all this off on me, and he does kill me right here. Right? So I was just, I did mistake after mistake, and we were actually gearing up for a pretty good comeback right here. Even right here, I go for the blue card. He goes up to me and tap attacks me, right? And then I'm not able to go ahead and secure my kill. I do go up to him for a tap attack right here, though, at the very least, right? So now, red versus blue situation, but I don't have endurance. So I'm like, what do I even do here? Right? Because I'm like, yeah. FSK. He played that really good, though. I'm not even going to lie. He played that really good, and it's just, I really struggle against PPR, man. With this team, at least. And I lose 120 points. So set me back a little bit there as well. All right. Alright, the next match, we have Vegeta Clan. This is actually a team that I think is really good. So we're going to go ahead and run this same setup. We just basically run the setup the entire video, I think. Alright, so he's going to go ahead and start off with... I was honestly so shocked that he brought in this purple SSB, right, from the 2nd anniversary. Or, well, it was a little bit after the 2nd anniversary, but I still consider him like in that 2nd anniversary era. He's going to go ahead and win the Strike Clash, and he's going to go ahead and get this... Or he drops a combo. Right, I think it's so stupid that you don't get your Vanish back on the Strike Clashes, because you can do stupid stuff like that, right? You can go ahead and freely drop the combo with no repercussion because you don't get your Vanish back off of it. And he goes ahead and gets all this damage off on me right here. And I tried to swap it to Trunks, but I was a little bit too late on the swap, I suppose. but Zamasu leaking, not good at all, right? Because he's my tank. I don't want him to be tanking like a lot of damage early on because I need him to tank the big boy hits, right? If you can't take the big boy hits, then these guys are going to have to take the big boy hits, and they're going to probably die from the big boy hits. Just like right here. I honestly, I bring in Future Gohan, and I honestly am scared, bro. Like, I honestly am like, am I dead? Like, is this Gohan dead right here? Let's see. And, you know, thank God he was able to tank that, but it was still damn scary, right? And then he just has so many cards, bro. This Vegeta, he just goes on and on and on. And I do believe he honestly, he could have popped the main ability right there, right? He could have popped the main ability, and then he could have went into the blue card. He might have been able to kill. I go ahead and swap right here, and I'm like, okay, now let me get my heals. Okay. And he's just so aggressive, bro. I haven't landed a hit on him. I have not landed a single hit on him, bro. But thankfully, he drops the combo. I swap right here, and I'm like, let me get this. Please let me get a priority. Any kind of priority, bro. He's literally perfecting me. But we're going to go ahead and do this. We catch him right here, thank God. And I do believe we popped the main ability, because I'm like, dude, we've taken so many hits. This has to hurt, no matter who comes in right here, right? This guy's going to hurt from this, right? Even though it's not necessarily ideal, it's not type advantage, but we still did half of his HP. So I'm okay with that. Unless he starts popping green cards left and right, then that's where I'm going to be like, okay, this is not okay. We're also able to catch him in this mid-range blast right here. I don't know why he got so timid there. Towards this half of the battle, he was starting off so strong, being so aggressive, right? And then he started like kind of like waiting. After he got like this massive lead on me, he started kind of like just sitting back. And I think that really like did not help him at all. So I popped this main ability right here. Start getting heals up. You can see Trunks like actively healing so damn much right here, right? He was almost like on the brink of death. This is still a dangerous situation though, because he's gonna destroy my Dragon Balls. I don't have a rush, right? I don't have a rush. Destroying my Dragon Balls, and now I'm dead. I'm dead right here. His units are all buffed up. Everything is pretty bad. I go immediately for this blast card right here, and I'm just praying that he doesn't have another blue. And then I think I go, yeah, he likes to wait for 2 side steps. So I'm immediately just doing 1 side step and then getting out of the way. I pop this green card right here so I can go ahead and get some extra key back, pop this blast card, and then I start backing up here. Or I think I start backing up here. Yeah, so I start backing up, get the PV, we pull another green card. Another green card and then a blue. We actually got so damn lucky with this draw right here. And now his strikes are locked and we're actually kind of chilling. He goes for a tackle. That's okay with me. And here I'm like, do I take this? Do I like let him eat this? And I'm so glad that I did, because he actually does, he's able to eat it, right? And once again, he waits for 1 sidestep, and then he goes, I get a 999 on this one though. 999. We went from being perfected to actually coming back right here, and we finally do have a rush. Look at how long it took for us to get this rush. It was absolutely crazy, right? So we're able to finally get a little bit of a momentum right there and able to take it back. That one was probably like one of the closest ones that I had to go ahead and do. And for the next one, we have basically God Ki. Right, just God Ki with no Vado setup though. Alright, so he starts off with this God Vegeta. I honestly, it was kind of surprising that he started off with this God Vegeta, because you kind of like want to use him for the cover change, right? He gets the PV right there, but he gives it up. He gives it up for this play, which is actually, I think, is pretty smart, right? He's going to get that free damage on my yellow Gohan, but although it's only going to last a short amount of time, but he also calls my switch. So I already know that this guy's a good player. Right, these are the high ranks. Well, I expect most of these players to actually all be good. They're making really good plays, but I was actually so damn surprised right here, man. He actually caught me super, super off guard. He's going to go ahead and tap attack me. He's going to play it safe right here. I think he has a blue card. Right, yeah, so here's the blue card, the green, and then I already know, so I'm like actually terrified. We're able to go ahead and get the PV right here, though, thank God. And then now I'm going to go ahead and just start building up my Dragon Balls, right? I think I popped the main ability right here. I still don't get the Dragon Ball on that blue, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and just destroy some Dragon Balls on his side, right? That's okay for me. And then we also catch him right here, surprisingly. And then I drop the combo just in case he wants to go into that Zamasu, and now I can bring in my Trunks. We're actually looking pretty good right here. Wait for the sidestep. He tries to delay it a little bit too, right? He tried to delay it, and that was actually kind of scary. And then I think I just go for the rush right here. And he brings in the blue boys. So I kind of figured that he thought that I was going to have a blast card. he goes into the blue boys, and, you know, we're able to take these guys out. And they were relatively at a high amount of HP. Like, look at this. They're almost full HP right there. Getting the full HP unit out of the way from Rush is something that you definitely do love to see, right? He's going to go ahead and hit me right there, but it's okay. We get our unit gauge up. We're okay right here. We still have another heal available to us. And we go, and that's the game right there. That is 100% the game. I honestly thought that blast card was going to kill, and he could have probably swapped out right there, but it doesn't matter. I popped the main ability right here. Another heal, right? And then I popped the blue card as well. So we're going to go ahead and easily get this one through right here, right? Just because the team absolutely carried right in this situation. This team is just absolutely disgusting, man. And then how much RP do we get from this? Like 10? Or 15? Let's go. Alright, the next match that we have to do is movies. Movies, honestly, I'm not too worried about. So we just keep doing this. Alright, so he starts off with Rival Gohan. Again, like I really am not scared of this team whatsoever. We pop the blue right here. And then we go immediately as well, be able to catch him. He's one of those players that likes to back up. Right? And it's sometimes it's hard to deal with them. But other times it's kind of like you just kind of get them down right to a T. You start analyzing their patterns. You know, you kind of just have to go immediately, right? Sometimes this guy hits a 999, and he's gonna start doing some hefty damage right here. So I'm like, screw that. Let me go ahead and just go into my green. I know you don't have your rush available to you yet, and look at the damage that we're taking. We're reducing his ki as well, and we're gonna go ahead and take his vanish right here. I go for a blast card immediately, and then I go for this, and then I think I sidestep right here. Yep. So I go ahead and sidestep. And then I bring in this guy. And I think he brings in his yellow unit. So I go for the blue card instead of just extending my combo there, right? Because I didn't want him to stop it or anything like that. And then I try to go immediately. And it would have worked, but it was just a little bit too close right there. So we wait here. Wait for 2. Nice. That's exactly what I need right here, right? He brings in Goku once again, and I'm like, let me just get my last Dragon Ball, bro. It's already been... It gets to a point where I'm like, dude, just give me my damn last Dragon Ball, and it refuses to give it to me. It's already been like more than like however, we're already like 140 counts into the match right here, or we're at 140 counts, and I'm like, where's my rush? And there it is, finally comes through, and I'm able to get this extremely lucky rush off, right? I don't think I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. That was not intentional. That was completely luck-based right there. And I think that's what it comes down to it, too. I think this game, because of the fact that it's a gacha game, I think it's, truthfully, I think it's 50% skill. It's 25% your team, right? How good of a team you have. And then another 25% just RNG. How much luck do you have? Are you going to get guessed? Are you not going to get guessed? Are you going to be able to pull off lucky plays? What is going to happen here? So I go with the strike cover. We have a blue card in hand, which is always good. And we go ahead and pop this. He's going to bring in this Gohan. We do an amazing amount of damage right here. He pops the main ability finally. He's going to be able to heal. And then I go for a tackle as well. And I think I pop his first life. I pop the green and I use the strike card right here. And then once again, we have that revival disruption. And then there's just the forfeit overall right there, right? He didn't want to deal with it, bro. And I completely understand why. Once again, we get like, I think like, what? Oh, we got 41 RP from that. That's actually pretty good. All right, for the next one, we got some not Super Saiyans. We got a Saiyans build. So again, you guys might think this is going to be a difficult one. But the only time that I really bring in that merge Zamasu is if I'm going against GT, where I need it for Gogeta 4. Alright, so he starts off with Angel Vegeta, which was actually very, very surprising to me, right? Because Angel Vegeta, he has like a limited amount of hills on swap out, right? And so majority of the player base is kind of come to the consensus that you should probably save those. Probably not like just use them willy-nilly. I try to go for tap attacks right there, but he just goes immediately, which is okay. I mean, I know he likes to go immediately now. We're okay with taking all this damage right here. So I try to go on the aggressive right here. He goes for tap attacks. That's more than fine with me. Okay, and then I wait. Oh, I waited right there, dude. So I waited right there, and he still catches me, which is, you know, very good sign of a good player. And then I think I go for a full screen strike right here. I'm not too sure. I definitely do. And then I wait even longer there. So I'm like, nah, I'm going to get this off, bro. I was like, screw that. I'm going to get this off. We get this blue card. Get that juicy damage, and now that guy is leaking right there. And we get the PV, and then I think I just go for the rush right here. I don't know if Angel Vegeta comes back in. Yeah, he definitely comes back in. And I'm like, that's fine. Angel Vegeta, again, this is a full HP unit. It's getting him out of the way right here. It's absolutely massive for me. as long as he doesn't gas me, which he does. He gasses me right here, and I'm like, oh my god, now there's the hill. Right, he's gonna heal on swap out, and then he gets the blue card on me on the sidestep, and I'm like, ugh. But it's like, even in those situations, this team is so strong, where even in those situations, sometimes I'm still like, I'm okay here, I think, right? Typically, with majority of my other teams, like almost all of my other teams, if that happens to me, I'm like, okay, I lost the game, right? But with this team, it's like, oh my god, bro. It feels so good to actually have like this much power with this team right here. It is just so good overall. He's going to go ahead and swap right here. I think I wait for him to sidestep and catch him right there. I'm like, okay, well, you know what? You destroyed, or you guessed my rush. I'm going to go ahead and destroy your Dragon Ball. I think that's a fair trade right there. And then we're eating this. Like, look at how good we're eating this damage right here. And I'm like, please pop your main ability. Please pop your main ability so I can show you that I'm going to eat it. And I think he does it. That's the only reason why I didn't sidestep too during his drop combo, right? Because I was fully expecting the main ability to come out there. And we're going to go ahead and be able to get this off. I think I swap into Trunks because I'm like, yes, go into Angel Vegeta and regain my key. Give me my key back. I popped the blue card. And we need to get our gauge up. I think that's one thing that we do need to do is get our gauge up right here. He got me. He got me on the swap step right there. Can't lie to you guys. He got me on the swap step right there. But I think Zamasu still is able to eat this. Like, half HP, by the way. He's half HP. This is why I put no respect on the Super Saiyan 3 Goku's name. Because if you know how to play it and you're mindful of your swaps and you have a really tanky character, like, I put no respect on this man's name. Like, I fully am way more scared of a Gogeta 4 than the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. He's good. Like, don't get me wrong. He's damn good, right? But when it comes to, like, the others, I'm like, nah. Gogeta 4 is definitely the bigger threat here. Pop the main ability just so I can try to get this, and we actually do catch him in the sidestep right here, and I'm like, screw this, I need to kill someone. I need to kill someone. I'm getting my second rush off too because he gassed me so early on. So I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and pop this, and then I'm going to go for the ultimate right here immediately. Make him use his Vanish, and then I think he drop combos right here. He drop combos right here, but I anticipate the drop combo, right? And then I go for the rush, the second rush, and then he goes for the forfeit right there, man. We were kind of chilling right there, right? And then once again, we get like an abysmal amount of points, I think. Let's see. 13. 13. Whopping 13. All right, for the next one, we have Saiyans, but he has Gogeta 4 on there. So this is where I'm a little bit scared, right? Because I'm not even though Gogeta 4 is not at the highest stars, he has the Zenkai Super Saiyan 3 right there. I'm like, oh god, Gogeta 4 is gonna like F me up right now. So here's, he starts off with Vegeta again. I honestly, bro, like honestly, it makes me so surprised that everyone starts off with Angel Vegeta, especially on this. This was the last day of the season, so this is actually kind of scary. But it was kind of weird to me. And he brings in the Super Saiyan 3 instead of Gogeta 4, when I completely think Gogeta 4 would have been the bigger threat here, right? He catches me right here, which is okay. I think I go ahead and just swap into Trunks right here in a second. Yeah, so I'm like, screw it. We'll get Trunks in here. He's going to take a lot of damage from this. Almost half HP, bro. But, oh well. Pop the green card and start increasing my unique gauge. Get him into Tap Blast right here. And I think I charge. Yes, I do a little bit of a charge right there. And anticipate the blue card a little bit, right? Because if he would have landed that blue card, I probably would have died. Like 100% I would have died. This Trunks, man, like I love this Trunks. But if he's not like at the highest amount of stars, he takes a lot of damage, bro. We're able to catch him right here, and I think I double catch him with these blue cards. This is actually pretty exciting for me. I charge up all the way, and then we catch him in the other sidestep, and I'm like, all right, we won the game. We straight up won the game, because once I get my rush, I'm going to rush someone too, right? And plus, we have type advantage right here against this Goku, or I mean, this Vegeta unit, and we drop the combo, catch him in the sidestep. I try to do it again, but he's like, nah, I'm not falling for it this time. He drifts there. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And he goes into this Goku, and I'm like, okay, well, I completely am countering you basically, right? So I'm gonna be able to do this, and then I go for the rush. Yep, Super Saiyan 3, get you out of here. And I am not worried about the Goku Vegeta unit at all at this point. The best counter to the Goku Vegeta unit, in my own opinion, is you either want to bring in Gogeta 4, just so you want someone that has type nullification, right? Because they almost don't care about type disadvantage because of the fact that they can swap in and out between their units. And so I think the unit that you should really value is units that have type nullification, or you bring in a yellow and a green. That's exactly what I do right here, right? All right, for the next one, we got some. This is, what is this? this is kind of like a weird team. I'm not even gonna lie. He has the Goku Vegeta unit, Zamasu. He has a little bit of God Key, and then he has Fat Boo and the free-to-play Kid Boo on the bench as well. A little bit of an oddball team. Alright, but he starts off with the free-to-play Kid Boo. He actually brings double greens in here. So I was a little bit annoyed, right? I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit annoyed because I was like, oh, well, my Trunks is not gonna be able to do anything. He goes for the Broly right here. I locked his strike cards though, so I'm okay with taking this damage. Go ahead and get all your strike cards off. I mean, the blast cards. But then he's going to go into his strikes right here. I go ahead and reduce some of his ki. Take his Vanish away. I pop the main ability here as well. And then I'm like, let me just take away whatever Dragon Ball you've accumulated up to this point, right? So I'm okay with that as well. And then I go in sidestep right here, and we go into a clash. I think I win this. 957. No, I do not win that. So, but I'm like, okay, this is the only unit that I want Trunks to take hits from anyways, right? And even then, he's going to be doing a lot. Like, look at that. So as soon as he swaps out, I also swap out. I'm like, I'm just going to go ahead and break some cards. But he pops the main ability, so he's going to get this annoying blue card that has Paralyze on it. And it does a good amount of damage. Like, look at that. From a free-to-play unit, man, that Kid Buu is actually peak. This could have went wrong in so many ways, too. Because I am paralyzed right now. If I would have got paralyzed in that situation, that would have been absolutely awful. He might have been able to secure a kill there, right? And I cannot let that future Gohan die. So I pop this. I no longer can take away his Vanish because I already used it, right? And then I pop this Blast card as well. And he goes for a strike. I don't know if he thought he had Blast armor or what. Or if he would have popped the blue card, he would have been a lot better off. But he pops the strike card. And so I get him out of the way because I'm just like, once again, my motto essentially being is getting someone's Vanish out of the way. Getting someone's Vanish, like, that's like truly like getting rid of a unit, making him down to 2 Vanishes is absolutely massive. He sidesteps right here after I pop the main ability, so I now have my ultimates. I'm going to get my ultimate in hand, right? He thinks he's slick right here by breaking a card. That could have been a little bit dangerous, right? I was playing with fire a little bit right there. But I still had it in the backlog right there, so I'm able to go ahead and get this off, get some good damage on this Kid Buu, and it does an amazing amount of damage, man. Look at that. I wait for 2, and I think we kill him right here. I'm not too sure. No, we do not kill him. But actually, do I just pop the main ability here? Yeah, I popped the main ability, and I think I go with this Blast card, and I'm like, I'll save the main. And he comes back in, bro. I wanted to save the ultimate right there, and it did not work out for me at all. I try to go ahead and go for the charge cancel again, but it doesn't work out for me. And I'm like, oh god, I had to swap. I had to abandon my ultimate and I had to swap. This sucks. But look at the damage that we take right here. Absolutely beautiful, right? You can go ahead and sidestep right here and go immediately. He tries to go for the tap attacks, but we're not having any of that. And having type advantage with the Zamasu is absolutely massive for me. Able to get all of this juicy damage off. I think I do pop the green card because it gives us HP, or not HP, it gives us ki, right? Again, very, very important. And then I kind of just chill right here. And then I think I go back into Trunks. I get that 30 ki, right? Look at that. And we're kind of just moving right here. He's also bleeding at the same time. So now he's dead. All I got to do is deal with Kid Buu, which isn't going to be too big of an issue at all. And we get our gauge, right? And then he goes and does this. He drops the combo for this. But I'm pretty sure he knows at this point in time that there's not really much that he can do right here, right? He's not going to be able to get through both the endurance units, plus how beefy Zamasu is. It's just so tanky, man. This whole setup is just so tanky, and it's just built to last, like, all the way to end game. And, like, if this game were to go all the way to timer count, like, we would still be... I think we would still be alright. Alright, for the next one, we have some, what is this? We got some Super Saiyans. Okay, so again, I'm not really too worried about Super Saiyans either, like at all. And when I say I'm not worried about these teams, like it definitely doesn't, it's not the player, right? Because like I said, these players are so good, right? A lot of these people that I'm fighting against are actually really, really good players, but their teams are just, if you don't have the featured units, man, like it doesn't feel as much of a threat, if that makes sense, right? Like if you have featured units on your team, then it's definitely a threat. And that's why this team is so good against one featured unit in particular, which is the Goku Vegeta unit, man. They are so good, but this team really counters them pretty effectively. And then we go ahead and pop this. We pop this main ability. Got this blue card off, right? Going to go ahead and destroy Dragon Ball. That's more than fine with me. We go ahead and just tap attack right here. And then I try to see if it goes for a tackle. He does not, but we still go for a strike clash right here at 983. We're at the 868. We're actually kind of doing pretty good right here, right? And then I think I just popped the blue. Try to get his first life out of the way. Does not work out. We get some more damage. He's letting this Broly take a lot of damage, though. I'm not going to lie to you guys. He's also bleeding, by the way. And so now, I think he brings in Bardock. Or does he bring in Bardock? He does not bring in Bardock. So he actually just lets his Broly die. I have more ki right here, so I immediately just go for another card. And then I think I just go for this as well. So I'm like, this might kill. And if he brings it, yeah. And so I know 100% that this is going to get through his first life. And once again, Revival Disruption coming in clutch. Going to be able to reduce the amount of HP he restores. He's in one combo range. All of my units are literally at full HP. We're absolutely chilling here. The only thing is that if this guy gets his hands on me, he has the Bardock buffs right now, right? So look at the damage that he's about to start doing right here. And I'm like, please, Gohan. Please, Gohan, please get back in here. And so he does. He comes back in here. And, you know, he's still doing good damage right here. But it's like, it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough at all. And I think, yeah, so he's dead. All he has left for him is Bardock. And Bardock, even though as good as he is, last man standing, because he can get like double card draw speed, he's not going to be able to do this at all. He's not going to be able to take this back. No way, shape, or form is he going to be able to take this back. Look at the damage he's doing against me. This Zamasu assist unit, man, he completely shuts out blues, and he is able to do an amazing amount of tanking against these other characters as well. And you can see right here, I took away his vanish with the green card, and I just went for the rush. Right, like how annoying is that? Like this unit, he's definitely the best sparking unit from the not from the anniversary, from Black Friday. He's definitely the best, not sparking unit, 1% unit is what I should say, right? Typically, the 1% units. The LF units are on another tier and stuff like that, but this guy right here, he's better than Broly, is what I would say. He's definitely better than Broly. He's going to be like a top tier sparking, in my opinion, on the tier list. So that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up. That's the last 3 matches that actually got me in here were the 3 matches that I put into the last video, right? So that was basically my godly journey, right? The godly rank grind right there. If you guys enjoy this kind of content where I'm kind of just sitting there just analyzing my plays from like start to finish in these kinds of videos, maybe I'll do one of these each season to kind of just go ahead and make up for the kind of like the dry season. You know how it gets a little bit bland in the beginning of each season? And so maybe I can do something like this. If you guys want some more of this content, definitely let me know in the comments down below. And hopefully you guys did enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.